Hello! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anna and I am a 35-year-old artist just doing art that I like. Today I started the 100 Heads Challenge, and by today I mean a couple days ago, but you're seeing it like 3 weeks from now maybe? Maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. Anyways, I did it, finally, due to peer pressure from Emrulo Art. And by peer pressure, I mean super nice encouragement in a reply on my comment on her video where she started the 100 Heads Challenge for the third time because she's a superhero person. Anyways, I decided to start in just graphite with a mechanical pencil, because that's kind of my roots. I'm using a Stillman and Byrne mixed media sketchbook, which I bought like 4 years ago because Jess Karp had one and it looked nice, but I had never used it. And I thought it would be a really good choice for this because I want to do some of these heads in gouache, which scares me a lot, but so eventually look forward to that. I'll probably do my next ones in colored pencil, like cheap colored pencil, but yeah, so I did these first 4 just with a mechanical pencil, and I would say that this paper is pretty good for a mechanical pencil. It was a little bit more textured than I would normally like doing little portraits, but they still turned out pretty good. So yeah, so thus far I like this book. My only complaint is that it has a soft cover, and like trying to get it to lay open was really difficult and annoying. Even when I put like clips on it, it didn't lay completely flat. Like it wasn't, the clip wasn't heavy enough to hold the front cover down, which I found frustrating. And I eventually had to use a drawing board to keep it in place. But yeah, that first portrait I really like. I was super choppy about it and like very not warmed up, but it worked out okay in the end. This one, this little boy, I just thought he had the most interesting face, and yeah, this one's probably my favorite if I'm being honest. I enjoyed this one. I hope this isn't insulting to him if he is still out there in the world, but yeah, he looks a little bit like he should be in a Tim Burton movie, but yeah, he's super cute, and I really enjoyed drawing this one. Gosh, guys, 100 heads, that's so many heads, but also okay, so as a little kid, I drew horses all the time, and then when I turned 13, I saw Pirates of the Caribbean, and I started drawing people from Pirates of the Caribbean, and I did my first portraits ever, just because I wanted to, and my mom says that's when she started to realize that, my child is actually an artist, like a serious artist. So that's cool. But yeah, so my first forays into really, really like paying attention to my art were when I was a 13-year-old drawing Jack Sparrow portraits and Elizabeth Swann, and I think I did one of William Turner, but Jack's my favorite. He's my muse. It's fine. So this is kind of my roots. Graphite portraits. This is where I got serious with my art, and so it's weird because like it simultaneously felt like coming back home in a way, but it also was not my favorite thing to do. So that's a thing to think about. I'm really enjoying oil painting and just like coloring with markers and colored pencils, watercolor and stuff. I think that I prefer color, which is strange actually, but I'm having this realization as I speak in this moment, so here we are. Not that I will not love black and white art. I really do, and maybe it's just a mood. Maybe this is like a weird little phase I'm in. I guess we're gonna find out, because I'm literally just on a journey right now of discovering what kind of art I like. That's kind of why I started a YouTube channel, because I didn't do art for like a decade. I did, but like not seriously, and it wasn't my focus because I have a chronic illness and I was taking care of myself. So I'm getting back into it seriously and just trying to figure out where I want to go with it, and I'm not like restricting myself in any sense at all. I'm just following my whims, which is really nice and fun actually. The problem is I'm just discovering that I like everything, and so I'm gonna do everything. And that's probably great actually, so yeah. Don't niche yourself in. If you want to do a thing, do the thing creatively, you know? Do the thing. I'm doing all the things. But yeah. Really excited to do colored pencils. And I'm really excited to do gouache portraits, but also I'm scared because I've done literally one portrait in gouache and it's not great. It's not great. That was probably like 3 or 4 years ago now. Actually, more than that. It might have been more than that. So, yeah, I'm probably improved, even though that's not what I've been doing with gouache. I would like to think that I'm better than I was then anyways, because I have done more stuff with gouache. But, okay, so this portrait, like, the whole time I was doing it until I started adding her freckles, I was like talking to myself. I was like, no, this is so bad. This looks so bad. She looks so weird. She looks so off. And then I started adding her freckles and I was like, oh, okay. Which means that it was fine the whole time. Like, her proportions are decent. Everything's fine. And it's just like this weird illusion thing. I don't know. But sometimes I guess what your brain perceives as the ugly stage lasts longer than you think it does, which doesn't make any sense because she is gorgeous and not ugly at all, and I think I did okay capturing her likeness. It's not perfect, but perfection is the enemy of getting stuff done. Don't quote me on that. Like, someone said something like that, and that wasn't it, but that was probably close. Paraphrasing. Yeah, I do end up liking this one quite a bit, but it was a struggle for me. Like, my brain just wasn't connecting here, and to be perfectly real with you, my back hurt really bad, but I was determined to get it done, and then I did another one because I don't know why I should have probably just not done that, but I did that. I did take a break though in between, so it wasn't like the worst thing ever. But if you're in pain, take a break. Okay, like take a break, and if you're still in pain, maybe don't force yourself to do a thing that isn't actually that important in the moment. So, just advice from someone who didn't do that, and do as I say, not as I do. To be fair to me, my life is like balancing getting stuff done and how I feel. Like it's okay. Do I do this, or do I not do this and just give in to not doing stuff? So generally, I don't want to be the person who never does anything and lets the way their body feels always rule them. That I would just not live a life in a lot of cases. So, balance. I'm fine. Like, I'm okay. I'm way luckier than a lot of people who have illnesses also. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to art. Yeah. But here I was starting to be like, okay, this is fine, I guess. Because I started adding freckles on the one side of her face, and then it was like, yeah, okay, I can see it on that side. I really like her lips too. Like, now that I'm looking at them, and it was yesterday that I drew it for me, which I think is gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be like 2 weeks for you, but that's fine. Yeah, it was like, okay, I got this. This is fine. And yeah, it was like magic for me. My brain was like, oh, there it is. And yeah, freckles. Magic, I guess. So that was cool. Brains are weird. Am I right? So weird, but neat. Also very neat. Yeah. That's that. It's really great. Okay, and then I decided, because you know, I said my back hurt really bad. I wanted to do 4, and I was feeling pretty determined to do 4, and I'm really glad I did. But I did go through and I picked a photo that was more high contrast lighting, so it wouldn't be such a long time. Especially because the second page, I realized that the first page I had done them kind of small. And the goal is to do 2 per page, but I also kind of want them to fill the page a little better than I did on the first page. So, yeah, that little bump was my cat jumping on the table that my camera was attached to. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted higher contrast lighting so that it wouldn't be as much of a time-consuming process as the previous one right there. That one took me quite a while. So, yeah. Also, I really like high contrast lighting is my favorite kind. That's like what I normally picked when I was doing portraits in previous years of my life. I used to do a lot of portraits. But yeah, like I have one of Johnny Depp that's like super dark mostly, and then like one of Cillian Murphy with super dramatic lighting, and yeah, that was my jam, I guess. Super dramatic lighting. But yeah, I think that this guy might be famous, but I didn't recognize him and I didn't pay that much attention on the Pinterest thing. I was just like, I like the lighting, and so I drew it. If you know who he is, feel free to tell me. And yeah, I don't really care. If I end up drawing famous people, maybe I'll do it on purpose. It's whatever. Yeah, I don't really care. I do have a Pinterest board of heads that I put together myself, and it's just stuff that I thought was interesting at the time. There's more than 100 on there, and I'll probably keep adding to it. But yeah, I'll have a link to that board in the description in case you want to check it out, because you're doing this too, or you want to do this. And yeah, I do recommend giving it a go. I'm only 4 heads in, but I'm really excited that I actually finally started it, because for real, I've been thinking about it for literally years. So look at me, I'm here, I did it. It's never too late. You can do the thing. Yeah. But yeah, definitely give it a go if you're thinking about it. Just start. That's like the best thing. And if you only do 1 to start with, that's great. You did 1, and then you can just, even if it's like 4 years later, you can do another one. You know? It doesn't have to be an ordeal. And that's more advice today. I don't know if I ever give good advice. Maybe I don't, but if I do, hopefully it's helpful. But yeah, seriously, this like super dramatic light to super dark is my favorite kind of lighting. It's just really fun for me. And it's nice because like I didn't even have to draw the second eyeball. It was very nice and simple, which is good because I needed to go lay down. But yeah, this is it. These are my first 4 heads, and I'm gonna keep going, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and my very rambly chattiness. And if you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe and leave me a comment. That'd be so great. And I will see you next time. Have a super day. Bye!